Welcome to Reality After Show coverage of Netflix's $1 Million Secret. This is the $1 Million Secret After Show. I'm Jonny Fairplay. That's producer Bobby Goodsby, but you can find him at Goodsby Bobby. We are fixing Instagrams across the world one at a time. He's Solomon 12. That's right. Our favorite Phillip from Deal No Deal Island season 2. There was only one. We're gonna fix you next. So did you guys last episode, for those that didn't catch it, go back. We had Sydney, and Sid changed her Instagram as soon as we finished the
I saw that. What an upgrade. I saw that.
Her management team is actually going to be in Raleigh, North Carolina in May, and taking me and my fiance out to dinner for doing that.
Yes.
So, McDonald's, here we come. No, I think it'll be a very. I let them know that we're going to be. Well, my fiance is executive host at Caesars Virginia, and we have a Ramsey's kitchen there. But I think I'd rather explore some Raleigh action. A little strange for the palate.
Yeah, no, I'm surprised she actually changed it that quickly. She also realized it only took 2 seconds, like I did.
Yeah. So, Bobby, you're a little laggy. Yeah, a little glitchy. So you may be stuck in the Matrix. Who's to say?
Give me 1 second. I'll be right back.
All right. Now let's talk about Bobby. So remember that.
I mean,
that was a big episode 5 on $1 Million Secret.
Our
version.
Yeah, I mean, I think that that a lot of the issues that we were discussing in 1 through 3 were resolved in 4, 5, and 6. I really think the show is starting to find its footing and its rhythm. And I think if you were willing to come back for 4, 5, and 6, you were not disappointed with what you got. I mean, I don't know if everyone was willing to come back because it went from number 3 down to number 6, but I know that the people that were willing to come back are like, I'm still here. I'm enjoying it.
Well, it's funny because I spoke to a producer of another show, and he tapped out on 1. He was just like, it was for the reasons we mentioned. The emotional attachment was not there for him. He did like, kind of fixing the problems with Traders. But he was just like, but Traders, you have the Housewives, you have the Tom Sandovals, you have the Boston Robs, you have the Carolyns, and that makes up for the holes.
Yeah, I think that what Traders does really well is it doesn't have to do any character development or history because we already know who they are. We've already seen them play on their other shows. The reason that they got Traders is because we already know their history. They're already fan favorites and such, but on this one I would love a little bit more in episode 1 as far as who they are individually before they enter the game, so that we're not figuring it out and trying to understand the game and everything all at once.
I think a problem solver for this, MTV's The Challenge used to do an episode 0, and so if you go to Paramount Plus, it's not up there, but episode 0 is them actually moving into the house, explaining why they're picking the roommates that they have and explaining who they are. And it's just like, hey, you remember this and they do a really good job on episode 0. And my favorite moment of episode 0 is Amber M. I think she was on, one of the not Real World or any of that. And so Amber M was a cocktail waitress.
Yeah.
And Amber M is asking the other challenge people, it's like, hey, so what do you guys do for a living? And they literally like look down on her and they're just like, the fucking challenge is what we do for a living.
I mean, I will say I do love both on Big Brother and Survivor, the whole like meet the house guest thing that I think they are only putting it online, but still, if you at least want to do the research, you can. I definitely think Deal or No Deal Island could have used an NBC like, I'm just throwing this on Instagram, meet the cast, because you won't know anything about them ever.
Well, I just don't understand what's wrong with an episode 0 on your streaming platform just for fucking clicks. I mean, if you're making it just for CBS.com or Netflix.com or Deal No Deal Island or NBCU's social media, why not just also put it here? And like a click is a click.
All the information is there. I swear to you, our first day before we met anyone, got to the island, whatever else, we sat down individually for 2.5 hours, talked about ourselves, our job, why we're there. We submitted photos, home video, like we submitted all that stuff. So like it all exists somewhere. It just wasn't in the episodes.
Rock knocked his out in 4 minutes. He likes a good Coors Light. I don't know if you're aware. And
leave that man alone.
In a very tacky Hawaiian shirt. All right. Bobby's back. We can begin. Yes, we were in fact dragging our feet, ladies and gentlemen. It's episode 6, misdemeanor handcuffs. Did we miss it? I felt like the challenge was, or the little deal was 3 words, but whatever. Well,
911, I think was the last one.
Yeah, but I don't think that's in the title. I think the title is just misdemeanor handcuffs.
Who knows?
Maybe it just didn't carry over on the thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That would make more sense, but whatever. So yes, we begin with Kyle's workout video. He has those cheap Jackson gold chains that you see on Instagram. So that's good. He has 2 of them. So it's probably a buy one, get one 50%, if I'm guessing what the promo code was for Kyle. Is it too soon?
A player like Kyle, for me, he is the king of amazing intentions and no execution. Like for me, I need to see you actually bringing the game to life that you're talking about in the confessionals. Confessionals, he's spot on every time, and then he never actually makes the move to do what he says he's going to do.
No. Well, I think that involves interaction and stuff like that. So I think he has a really good alliance going with the storyline producer.
Fair.
If only that person could vote, it would work much more towards to Kyle's game. Next, we get a Jamie yoga video, and while all this is happening, we have our favorite player, Chris, not our favorite, with his little weights. Why his weights so little? Phillip, you're a fitness guy. Why he use the little weights?
Maybe he's working small muscles, just triceps only day. He's just doing a tricep, elbow, and ankle day. He's just doing the small things. He's
doing wrist.
At least he's trying.
Yes. So, as mentioned before, Chris is really full throttle with the floral print pattern shirt, and still asking myself, do they make that in a men's size? Who's to say? Peter mysteriously is in the millionaire's room and says, "You're playing great," and that's good to hear. If you there's 2 votes on the line for the agenda reward. Not a problem. Just get 3 people to say Justin Timberlake, and if not, there's 1 penalty vote against you. Now, I feel like the agenda last go around was let's keep this interesting person still on television.
Fair.
And this one is, all right, we see where the votes are going. We can keep this one simple.
Yeah, I appreciate how they're not all crazy, and some of it. Okay, in getting to really look at all the agendas, episode like 1 through 6. I appreciate how they all seem to use different skill sets. You have to be smart and you have to be kind of cunning a little bit, but like they're all kind of using different skills, and that like some of them are harder than others, but it also depends on who you are. And like I think someone like Sam could have completed any of the agendas that were given so far and still been like pretty under the radar.
I think so too. And Sam plays an aggressive game, which is the beauty of the fact that she can still get away with doing these agendas without a sniff.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, Sam's agendas seem to be a little bit easier than some other people's agendas, though. I feel like they kind of give some people layup agendas and other people not so much.
Well, I mean, we're at the end of the day, we're making a television show, Bobby. So if we're protecting Sam, who I didn't love early and have grown to love, because I just at this point I know enough about all of them. I just thought Sam was a bit much in the early episodes, and still did.
Yeah.
And but game recognized game. At this point, I'm rooting for people playing the game versus a Kyle.
Now, what I will say is, although Sam is making it look pretty easy, do we think that Hill or Lydia could do the Justin Timberlake agenda and have it not be weird?
No, that's it's on brand for Sam to be having those conversations where if Phil is mentioning Justin Timberlake to me, I'm just like, oh, Phil, so you got the congrats, buddy. You got the million.
Right.
So, even Lydia, like, I don't does Lydia even know who Justin Timberlake is?
Right. So, like, I think as easy as it sounds to us, I think she's making it look pretty easy because, again, that's the purpose of the game. That's how I know that she's a good player. But at the end of the day, could everyone handle it as effortlessly as her? Maybe not.
Yeah, I think Sid does the same as Sam in these situations. Yeah. So Sam, I mean, Sam and Sid, you figure there's a level of pop culture awareness. There's a level of smoothness in delivery of any conversation that they're having. Like it doesn't, like for Phil, maybe Phil can talk the parenting stuff, maybe Phil can bro it out, but like if it comes to TikToks, Phil's out.
Agree completely.
Yeah. So and Lydia just watches TikToks of like cats and people farting. I mean, oh no, that's me. Sorry. I knew it was one of us. I love a good fart video.
Of course you do. That is
great.
Yeah, I mean, that's exactly what I would think. I mean, what I will say is I think the three of us had a pretty good handle on it as far as to complete these agendas. You have to isolate people and do it individually so it's not weird. And as we get to see, especially in episode 4, 5, and 6, that like we see it go horribly wrong in episode 4, and we're like, well, that was too big of a group. You have to isolate. And this one is a pretty easy one. They can't really compare notes because that's not something that's memorable enough to compare the notes with anyone else. So I think she's doing great.
Yeah. You know who likes a good fart in public? Two groups of people, and there is a kind of a Venn diagram mix here. Black people love a good fart in public, and attractive people, no matter what race, love a good fart in public. Unattractive people hate farts. Can't see. I think they have a lot of farts at home. Like me and my fiance have never farted in front of one another. But I think like unattractive people, they're just farting 24/7. And so when they're out and there's another fart, they're like, oh my God, another fucking fart. So
I still don't believe that you haven't farted in front of your fiance. Like there's just no way.
Yeah, no.
That's like a level of comfort. Like you just, all right, I'm comfortable with this person. I can fart in front of them. You just you can't do it?
I don't wanna. Well, I don't want her to.
You gotta fart, man.
I don't wanna.
I feel like it's more of I don't want her to. It just ruins everything.
Oh man, my wife would trade places with you in a second.
I bet. I bet your wife hates a good fart in public. She's like, oh, you got this shit at home.
I'm not saying in public. I'm just saying, like, you just got to go. You got to do it.
Well, no, I'm just saying those fart videos. You got, the guys that do the fake farts. And it's yeah, those are the best. So. But unattractive people, oh my God, they're just like, this fucking went to the park and here's a fart.
Worst day ever.
But black people love black people. Just like, you see that one got fart? This is great. Like, I'm for it. So,
we're in on anything. Please make us laugh, make us happy. The world has been hard enough. Trip, fall, a fart. We're already in on it. Done.
Oh, I love a good fall too.
Right?
I will go and help, but I'm laughing first.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
So, all right. Well, it's time for breakfast. Jamie admits that she voted Lydia. Jamie is falling apart and won't stop talking. And it's like, girl, this is not a good look. Bad read. Corey knows it's Jamie. And Sydney to Corey, she's like, that's too obvious. And Corey goes, no. I have the best worst reads in here. It's her.
My read on Jamie is I like her as a person. I do. I even kind of like her as a player. I just think that like you have the moments in the game where you can't let yourself spiral. And I think what's good for Sam and Sydney and the other more socially savvy players is they use her as an example, even saying in a confessional, it's not her, but I can't be anything like whatever's happening over there. Like she's just a human Tasmanian devil, and just everything is going on around her, and it is not good.
No, you think the yoga would help, but no. So probably distracted by Kyle's shitty Jackson chains. Probably.
Yeah, we talked about Jamie last episode with Sydney, and exactly like what you just said, Philip. Like she just doesn't. I don't know if she just doesn't isn't aware of it, or isn't picking up on the fact that yes, people are gonna lie and cheat and steal in this game. Like everyone's trying to win $1 million. You can't let your emotions get the best of you in a game like this, you know, and when everyone's looking for deception or using something against you, you just can't let it show. You have to have a poker face. And that's the thing, is I don't think Jamie has a very good poker face.
I think that I was thinking about it and trying to like figure it all out. And I was like, okay, looking at this from a psychology place, a sociology place, I was like, okay, if you're, let's say, a doctor, a lawyer, a police officer, even, you are defined by
or
your
dental hygienist.
I mean, right. I mean, or you work in a dentist's office. You're defined by your skill set, your ability to do certain things. And then I was like, why is Jamie so like emotionally driven and like offended? Why is Hill the same way? And then I thought to myself, why was I the same way? Why was Lachelle the same way? And I was like, there are certain occupations, certain walks of life where your brand is defined by you as a person. Like you are the brand when you're hiring a trainer, a life coach, a social worker, a psychologist. So when people question your integrity and who you are, it feels like a real insult because that is who you are. You don't just have a skill set. You're selling people on your ability to be empathetic and compassionate. And so I think it's one of those things where like when you play a game for time number one, it feels like a real insult. Obviously, I would never go back and play the exact same way again, but I think it's good for people that are these natural empaths to see themselves in the game and go, I was spiraling on that day. That was not a good day.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I get where Jamie's coming from. I mean, she did, you know, probably 2 or 3 online classes to become a life coach. So there, I mean, you're talking hours invested that you just can't get back. What? Sorry, I'm listening to Guru podcast. I know how this is done. Okay. Well, the Sid and Bad Read Corey conversation continues. It's Chris. We're done. This is the love of his life. Sid has already grown tired of Timu Ben Stiller. She's over it. Time to throw him under the bus. And Bad Read Corey is like, hey, bro code, I'm letting Chris know Sid's throwing your name out there, and this is Chris, who actually voted Sam but not admitting to it, and no bro code for him because, you know, it's Chris. And yeah, it's time for the next activity in the chandelier room. I thought we were going to see Sydney strapped to the ceiling based on her outfit from last episode.
It was an amazing dress.
Yeah, it was a much lower budget version of a chandelier versus what we saw with Sydney on her exit dress when she's not exiting.
Fair.
Do you think we'll get Sydney back? Do you think she's regretting burning that dress? I mean, like not literally, but it's just like, man, that dress was. But if you're on your way out the door, it's just like that shit ain't leaving in my suitcase without anybody seeing it.
I think in listening to podcasts, a lot of celebrities on Traders do it the same way, where they're like, I had an outfit for the end, but I ended up wearing it earlier on because you never know when you're going to get murdered or leave. Yeah. So I think like when you're on a show like that and your like outfits have an arc, there comes a point where you're like, I'm going to go to the end on this. I'm just going to definitely fast forward and throw this outfit on.
I fell on my sword, and I'm just like, my end of game outfit on House of Villains is and I was just like, no matter what worries I have, I don't care. This is, and I made it every episode. We're good, but holy moly. You're just like, man, if this does not see the light of day, I have done all of this wrong. What am I thinking?
Shirt, right?
Well, and also, what's the problem with? I mean, maybe it's just me because I'm this way. You can wear it then, and why couldn't you wear it at the finale, anyways?
No.
Bobby.
Hey, I don't care. I'll wear the
no.
same freaking.
We
I have like 2 suits.
We know you fart around your wife. We got it. Phillip saved his Geisha Girl onesie for the finale. What are you?
I did not. I had so many other onesies that I wore. Also, stop calling them a onesie.
All right. Well, our next activity, because we don't know what we're calling any of these things, it's 4 versus 3. It's Cara, Sam, Corey, and Chris. And you have to eat things and don't sell how it tastes. Kyle eats fucked up shit all the time because he's from the South. Jamie loves putting things in her mouth. Hi, Jamie. And as Peter always says, let them eat disgusting cake. And I was talking yesterday with Eden Porter from Australian Survivor Titans v Rebels, and he hadn't watched $1 Million Secret yet. He's like, but I love the host Peter or whatever his name is.
Yeah.
So he was our host is the voice of Darth Maul in episode 1. Did not know that.
Wow. Okay.
He's also, I think he's the weapons guy in the John Wick movies.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, he is.
And then he's had his own shows in the UK, and he's hilarious.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see that energy sometime.
I'm loving. I think he's playing. I think we get a little more of him. I feel he's finding his comfort zone. As I said, the fact that he selects who he's going to say you will never be a millionaire to, and not like it literally feels like that's the catchphrase, and he's just like, no, they're all right. I'm not going to say it. And then like the other, he's just like, oh yeah, fuck you. I'm going to double down.
I feel like he's finally starting to come onto his own, though. Like I feel like as a host, he's starting to feel his groove.
Season 2, this guy owns it.
I hope so. Yeah.
So no, the season 2, this guy is gonna be. He might be more of an asshole, or he might be, but it's gonna be more Peter one way or another. And I don't care which way it falls.
I'm here for it. Yes.
Yeah. So,
well, look at Joe in Dondi. Like Dondi season 1, Joe was fun, but Joe in season 2, I feel like it was a whole new level. You know.
Well, I felt like Joe and the Golden God were gonna go double team some sorority girls. It's just like, dude, yeah, this is what we do. I'm like, whoa, calm down, man. It was a lot. I like the bonding, but it's just like 18 less high fives, and I'm all in. Just 18. That's all right. Kyle's up first. It's either tea or tea with wasabi. Kyle, because he's a dumb redneck, has no idea what wasabi tastes like. You'd think he would have at least tried at sniffing some from the Jackass movies, but I don't know. Maybe they don't have Jackass 3 on VHS. Who's to say?
That confessional was iconic. I don't know which one's the good one supposed to be. I've never even had wasabi. And we're like, oh God, oh no, this is not good. So he was like, I think it's the good one. I'm like, yeah, let's hope so. But I mean,
he still doesn't know what wasabi tastes like.
He still doesn't know. He still has not a clue. And that's okay. That's okay.
They don't have a sushi place where Kyle lives.
No.
They all right. Well, next is a cupcake or a blood sausage and mudfish cupcake, and it's lick the plate Jamie. She's a good liar.
I just feel like they made such a jump from like wasabi to hat. I was like, what is happening here? That's unfair.
And with all eyes on you, showing everyone that you're a convincing liar, maybe not a good read.
I mean, yes, but I think that wasn't her goal. Her goal was like to win this one little challenge excursion thing, but that seems to be the issue. Are we playing a short-term game or a long-term game?
Yeah.
So that was It was the one time she had a great poker face. It was like, well, she can do a poker face. Like it can come out.
Well, guess who's a fucking moron? His name is Chris. And if you're here for all the Chris love, this is not the podcast for you. Chris, I'm sure you're nice in real life. I don't care.
He's a nice guy, I promise.
But Chris likes his plate so much that he shows everyone the bottom of his plate.
Okay, I can't defend him on that one. I can't, but I will say I agreed with the couple people that said I think he's the millionaire because a potential agenda could have been getting yourself disqualified. And I could only imagine him being, okay, how would I do that in a challenge like this? So if he were the millionaire mastermind, that would have been a smart way of completing whatever it was. He's not, but if he were, that would have been good.
I mean, that was better than half of the things that they tried to get people to do so far this season. Like that would have been a great example of a thing to do, and to try to get yourself eliminated in any of these challenges. Like that's better than having to say Justin Timberlake twice.
I'm just saying
him alone.
This idiot. Globo Gem. Is that his beverage? Does he have Globo beverage? Globo
they definitely have those weights there that he was working out with.
Oh, the little weights he uses.
Yeah, they have those at Globo Gym. So
I feel like he uses a shake weight. You know,
not the shake weight.
Philip, you're a trainer. Did you ever use the shake weight?
I did not. I want to say my dad had one, and he was like, "Hey, look at this," and I was like, "Okay, we're not doing that." And I literally said, "Nope, we're gonna put that down, and we're not gonna use that ever again." So there was one in my house, but like I don't think it was ever. Yeah, no, absolutely not.
Oh, Bobby, are you a shake weight kind of guy?
I mean, if I had one, I would totally use it because my ass isn't going to try to get up off the couch half the time. But
are you familiar with the shake weight?
I'd be fine with the shake weight. I understand what it's implying, but hey, at least I'm getting moving. I'm doing something, right?
Oh my god! Please.
No, it's the greatest invention ever made.
We need to order you a shake weight, and you need to break it out
during the podcast.
Yeah.
Onlyfans.com/Goodsby Bobby. Tune in next week.
Oh wow! Do you have your OnlyFans name now too?
I have an Only Feet. I don't know about OnlyFans.
All right, fair enough. I have an only AC. I'm fancy like that. Yeah. All right. Chris does show the bottom of his plate. This mistake is odd behavior. Could be seen as an agenda. Sam and Corey are ready to pounce. Corey, bad read, Corey. You were just on board for it's no way it's Chris. So much so that you out potential alliance member Sid to Chris. And then fast forward 12 minutes is like, oh yeah, anything that's perceived as an agenda, I am 100% down with, and that can change every 12 minutes.
I've never seen someone bring such protagonist, main character energy to an episode and be incorrect for an entire episode. Like just everywhere he went was incorrect. Just 100% wrong.
I like Corey. I've liked Corey. I wanted Corey to win, and I have zero desire for Corey to win. Like ranking who's left, like I think I have probably last place Corey right now. Just because I hate his reads so much.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to agree with you on that. I don't necessarily want to because he seems like someone I would like hang out with in like the real world. But as far as the game, he's probably my last pick for winner.
Well, I mean, I don't like Kyle either, but I feel I just his ridiculous. I mean, he's literally Tom Sandoval.
Right.
Like the thing with Corey is I feel like he's had right reads in the past. He was definitely wrong through this batch of episodes, but he does have a great play towards the end of this episode that we'll get to. But I think he has redeeming qualities. I would actually like to see him as the person with the money in the briefcase because I want to see what kind of game he can play when he's up against the ropes.
I think it's not going to be. I think if his intuitive skills are this horrible, I think his agenda millionaire skills will be equally, if not worse.
Well, we shall see. I think
I'd rather Jamie win than Corey.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, because I like her passion.
That's fair. I don't hate that.
As I said, like Corey probably seems like the most likable person there. Like, I mean, if we're hanging out, but like his bad reads, I'm turning on him in the show, and then we're hanging out afterwards.
Okay, that's fair.
Let's be real though. We want to see Sydney get the money, right? Like Sydney, I feel gives us the best TV.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, did you see the chandelier dress? I mean, come on. So, all right. Well, Sam and Corey are ready to pounce on Chris. Next is red velvet or haggis and pickled herring. And Sam the cop bakes all the time because that's what cops do when they're not office managing a dental office. And she knows cake. She got him. Oh, she got him. She's good.
So I went back and watched the episode again once I knew that we were doing this. So I went back and watched it again. And she's right. One of them is like blatantly like a bright red velvet, and the other one is not. And I was like, you know what? Okay, Sam, I'm with you on this. That's fair.
Yeah. So, well, Sid's next, and she's like, yeah, no, this isn't happening. I'm way too attracted to put something like that in my mouth, even though Jamie loves putting things in her mouth.
I feel like that was the best way to play it. Even no matter what you had, like if you had the good stuff,
just
no
get cards
like that and act like, okay, I can't do this. It's gross. And then they're not going to believe that you're faking that.
Yeah.
But did they have to complete it in order for it to like even qualify without losing like
that? I wasn't sure.
Yeah. There's a lot of like weird blurred lines that I'm like, I just need to know.
Oh, we do not explain any blurriness on the show. I mean, we literally don't. There's nothing but fucking questions.
Agree.
Yeah. This is like Lost, like season 4. It's like, all right, where are we? Oh, don't worry about it. I was like, but it doesn't like kind of pertain to the end of the show. Nope. All right, but I feel it, but it does. All right, maybe. Okay, cool. But we're not going to answer it. Fuck no.
I think what scares me is that if you look at like all of late 2024 to like early 2025 so far, we're at this point where we're so saturated by reality shows that like the ones like Survivor are really the only ones that are thriving right now because they're so easy to understand. I think that now everyone's trying to like outdo so many other things. Like I had so many people around here in Austin that were like, I tried to watch your show, but I didn't understand what the hell was going on. And I'm like, listen, I was there and I didn't understand what the hell was going on. So like, I think a lot of it, you want to like water it down enough so that you can really zero in on the contestants instead of the game and trying to like understand it all.
Yeah. The constant trying to reinvent the wheel. It's like simple shit works. So like House of Villains, it was just like, hey, did you guys watch Big Brother? Yeah, it's Big Brother.
And you're like, cool, great.
Got it.
Honestly, even Survivor is getting kind of, like that, where they're just throwing in so many twists or so many rewards or like who's got this immunity or who's got this, advantage. And it's getting kind of blurred lines there as well, where I'm like 8 episodes in. I'm like, oh, that person has a steal a vote. Like, I forget who's got what because there's just so much shit thrown in the game. They've gotten better about, dialing it back, but in this new era, I still feel like that's kind of not old era Survivor, which was a little easier to follow.
Well, the only blurred lines that Chris likes is Robin Thicke. Yeah.
He actually kind of looks like Robin Thicke. I'm not gonna lie to you.
He's a Temu Robin Thicke too. It's fine.
Listen, we have apparently a very similar origin story. I did a little research. We went to the same high school and everything. Who knew?
You know what? I think we will be chatting with Chris at the end of the conclusion of the season. So sweet. I mean, because I mean we are kind of Team Sid here. So like let's give Sid like the solo episode recap and then both season. But Chris seems like bonus material.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, it's good time.
Yeah. Oh, he's gonna have so many hot takes. I mean, we got to learn about the beverage company.
Oh, I want to know all about it. Yeah.
Where he gets his little shirts.
Wow. Wow.
All right. Sweet. All right. The team of 4 wins. Jamie's doing herself no favors. Chris apologizes to Sid. All right. Maybe he's lying and voted Lydia. There we go. I think we're all on the right path. Sam Takara, who was that cheating Jessica Biel dude? Oh, that's JT, Justin Timberlake. All right. I don't. This is not where I'm going. Like, she got. I don't know enough about Justin. Like, I would have been like, who owns MySpace? And they're like, I don't know, Tom from Facebook. It's like, no, Justin Timberlake. It's like, oh fuck, I said it. So yeah, you know, like, who's the guy that was either in NSYNC or the Backstreet Boys? I have no idea because I feel like they're the same group. Well, what's the guy with the curly hair? Yeah, I know. Hot take, right? Wow, Philip is about to fucking leave the studio. You know, NWA and Kid and Play are pretty much the same group.
Oh God. No, I appreciate how Sam handled it because I think she handled it the right way with certain people. If you watch, she brought it up with Cara and she was like, you know, he's like kind of slimy and Weasley. Like, what's Jessica Biel's husband's name? Then when she brought it up with Jamie, she was smart enough to say, I was listening and it was like an inspirational podcast. Like, she's actually doing a good job of kind of tailoring the clue to who she's using it with, which is the smart, like, it's a really smart way to do it. I will say, for one of my least favorite players, episode 1, she's made a complete 180 for me, and she might be my number like 1 or 2 after this episode.
Sure. No, she is. I mean, this right, the custom tailoring is flawless. I mean, literally flawless. She's kicking some butt. Chris throws out Sam's name to Sid. That's sus. I love how Chris can do no right here. Like, I mean, like, if someone was like literally like walking around with an open box with $1 million, he'd be like, hey, what? And like, people would be like, no, I'm still thinking you, Chris. It's just like, oh no, she just walked by with the box. Like money is falling out as she's walking.
I think he has really good intentions, but he's still learning to read the room as far as other people's reactions. And I think, especially in knowing that he's like the CEO of this big like beverage company and stuff, it actually doesn't matter what people think about what you say. What you say is it, and then it's done. And so when you get to watch him be like, I apologize to Sydney and we're all good, and she goes, we're not all good. I'm like, see, I knew that, like, immediately. That I was like, see, you didn't, I don't know why you didn't pick up on that non-verbal, that she's not okay still.
No, I don't even think she vocalized that they were okay. I think he heard what he wanted to hear.
Yeah.
So,
well,
I
also
find myself doing that a lot. So it's just like, she's always like, it's huge. I'm like, thanks.
The fact that he came in deciding to say, hey, I'm a CEO of a company, like, people right there are looking for every little thing to not let someone win the game no matter what. And obviously this guy has money. So why would we want this guy of all people instead of the, you know, mom at home watching her kid, even if they may or may not believe it? That's still a better option than giving it to a CEO who clearly has money.
Oh yeah. So well, Corey hasn't noticed Chris and Sid. That's the only person. Oh yeah. So they're just like, yeah, you know, it looks like Chris and Sid broke up. He's like, oh, well, they were together. It's just like, where the fuck? He's like, I'm too busy putting together bad reads. I have no time to pay attention to personal interaction in this house whatsoever.
No.
So so Corey asked, so when did this whole Sid and Chris thing take place? Corey, when Sid put on that 2-piece bikini, it would be the answer, according to Sam. Maybe you weren't paying attention. 1-piece Sam's just like, nope, 2-piece Sid won that war. So guess what? It's time for the morning announcement. The agenda has not been completed. So I feel like these agendas, these announcements are coming through. And the first thing, the logic behind the first trophy room thing makes no sense because they were told at that point the agenda has been completed and they had not gone. They do not care. They are in their own little worlds and not listening to any, especially bad read Corey. All right. What's Jessica Biel? Oh, it's JT again. Sam to Jamie, trophy room. It's more like the situation room, but more important. All right. Swing and a miss. Holy shit. Sam got a makeover. The all black girl.
She came through.
Her OnlyFans Snow White outfit was good, but the all black is some fucking good villainous shit right here.
That's my girl.
Yeah. So Corey is picked, and huge reward. You get to open one box from the losing team. And while this is happening, Sam says that she knew a guy that could be a lie detector to become a cop. Oh boy. Corey wants to open Jamie's box. I don't think you're allowed to say that. Jamie's box is empty. Don't think you can say that either. And guess what? There is a new secret agenda that either moves the money if you get it, or 2 votes against you. And these 3 words need to be said: 911, handcuffs, and misdemeanor. And Sam has completed her agenda. Kyle likes to take pics of birds, mostly ducks.
What a weird flex that was. I was like, maybe don't say that.
Cool story, bro. Hey, remember Harry? He does the OnlyFans pics. They could have exchanged notes.
They could have. They could have.
So,
I will say that sometimes in reality TV world, all the stars align and they just happen to share a fun fact too involving like a police officer, which like we can admit that even though it might not have been going on at the exact same time, the producers could not have predicted that would be happening outside while they get this clue inside. So sometimes things just align and you're like, yes, this is it.
Holy shit. Do we have the coincidences of all coincidences? So Sam kind of stuck her foot in her mouth, but don't worry. Here's Chris to say, hold my beer. So my biggest story ever that I share with everyone, because it's pretty amazing. I got a police escort to a Miami football game or something like that. Not an amazing story.
No,
not the best. Not the best.
I mean, I feel like this guy's had, some bottle service, some cocaine and strippers, like something he could really brag about, with that Globo Bev money that he has. But a police escort to a fucking football game, no one gives a fuck. But the timing of it,
so good. So good.
So good. So yeah. Sam, Chris, and Corey. Sam just talked about that she had a cop friend beat a lie detector. But wait a second, Sydney's here with the receipts. Both Chris and Sam said cop things. So let's. And Jamie's like, I still feel the movie was Omen.
Omen? Is it Omen still? You're like, no, Jamie, that was 3 days ago.
Yes, it's not Omen. What wasn't then either. So Chris pitches Cara to Sam, but she thinks that's a decoy. She's right. It's time for dinner. Ruse Chris is here. All right.
Wait, can we rewind slightly? If you are Corey, you open Jamie's box and the money is there. What's your next steps? Because I was thinking about it. I was like, what would I do? And like half of me is like, I would call her out immediately in front of everyone else. And then the other half of me is like, at this point in the game, I very well might say her box was empty, then pull her aside after one-on-one and say, I know the money was in there, and try and work with her. So like, I'm not really sure. Like, and again, if you asked me a year ago, I never would have thought like that. But now that I'm like in the world, I'm like, okay, wait, now you have to start to play it smarter.
And if he does that, then I'm rooting for him to, like, that's gameplay that we are not seeing from him whatsoever.
Okay. Fair.
Yeah. And I think that in that moment too, you have to understand too that Jamie is the one that, because the way she's acting, it obviously isn't her, right?
Right.
Like, I feel like to check her box was a mistake when there's so many other people that have red flags, but you don't know for a fact, hey, I can't nail down that this person is or isn't. And I understand Jamie had a lot of heat and he wanted to check that, but I feel like there's just so many better routes because Jamie was just too obvious of a choice.
Anyone else would have chosen someone else, but bad read Corey. This is the move for him.
Yeah.
He's doubling down on his bad read.
He is.
Yeah. And hence we're not rooting for him. But still want to hang out and drink a beer with him.
Right. Always.
Yeah. So that's good. So well, guess what, folks? The millionaire has 2 votes. Sam and Chris Sid says there's 2 names out there. It's Sam and Chris. Just throwing it out. Peter says 5-0 Chris. You have to say you're a cop. If not, it's illegal. I love Peter calling Chris 5-0 Chris.
I mean,
it
again,
like too cool for Peter to be saying.
And Corey going, I think Chris could be a cop. He looks like a cop. And I'm like, does he look like a cop? Is that a thing?
Those little weights.
Well, and also, I know we kind of skimmed over it, but the fact that Sam slipped up there and said anything that has to do with the cop at all, knowing that at some point they could throw that against you, like, that's just, you can't slip up at all. Don't even mention cops.
Don't
like,
even mention the police academy movies, nothing. Let it go, baby. Let it go.
No, like, it's just like, oh my God, doesn't everybody hate the dentist?
Paw Patrol, don't talk about it. We don't want it. We don't need it.
Nothing.
Ooh. So no, for someone playing so good. So, but the rule is if asking Chris if he is a cop, he does have to say, based on all of the urban legends that I've been told my entire life. So yeah. All right. Well, Sam calls out Chris for saying Cara. Sid and Chris had a tough moment, but Chris worked it out. Sid says maybe. I don't. I think that was a kind maybe.
Okay. I think that he is falling into that trope on reality TV of like that bro-y male that is not leaving space for the woman to express herself. When they're like, Sydney, how did that go? And he's like, I'll just speak on behalf of us both. And I was like, don't do that. That's a red flag.
Yeah.
I say don't answer just to kind of double check where you think it's at.
Yeah. No, he jumped right in there.
Sweetie, are we good? Or
I think what she means to say is we're doing great. We discussed and we decided that, and anyway, I was like, ugh.
Oh yeah.
That's an ick.
So, well, Corey thinks it's Chris, and if bad read Corey thinks it's you, you're in trouble. Chris is now crying, and I am like, can I please, Chris, can you use your beverage company to bottle those tears? I would buy it.
It's an emotional atmosphere. They've been there all day. They're tired. They're eating more steak. I don't know. I can't help on this one.
All right. Well, it's time for the ballads because at Roost Chris, they give you your bill, and it is the wolf, Chris. Guess what? Chris doesn't howl. No howl for the wolf this go round. And Peter says, you are not the millionaire, and check out of the stag immediately.
Okay. The only two things I love his reasoning of, you guys, I can only offer you these 2 important, significant things before you make your vote. Number 1, I don't have time to be a police officer. And number 2, I'm not the millionaire. I'm like, that's your debate. Like, it just wasn't good. And I was like, oh, you didn't give us any new information. He's like, number 3, I swear. And I'm like, nope, you're not helping it.
He went over. That was 3 swings and a miss. So God bless him for trying. So 6 are left. Oh, wait, folks, there was a second agenda. Money is being moved to another box. Sam is relieved. We do get the final voting here, which I took a picture of because I didn't feel like writing it down.
Nice.
Chris with 5 votes. That results from Sam with 2, Cara, Corey, and Sydney. Sam with 3 votes. Those are coming from Chris, Jamie, and Kyle. And if only Kyle were playing his game openly. And
so that means that if Sam did not complete her agenda, she would have gone home, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
Because she would not have had the extra votes and the penalty vote. So, all right, let's see. Well, no, she probably has 1 vote. So I guess it's a 4-4 tie.
Okay. All right.
And then a revote. And I think Chris still goes on a revote.
Really? Okay, sweet.
I think of the 2 options, I think, yeah, I don't know. Well, so no, on the revote, there's potentially no longer another penalty vote on Sam, and then there's the 4-3.
Okay, cool.
All right, so when Sam is relieved that the money's moving, whoa, Kyle says Red Flag City. Why did you say it was good when the money was moving? And Sam correctly replies, because now I have a chance of getting the money. And to win the game, you need to have the money at the end. We're down to 6 people. Not the worst time to get it.
Agree.
So yeah, Kyle was pissed that that Chris went home and wasn't the millionaire. Well, you guys can hang out. You'll be seeing him in Loser Villa real soon, Kyle. Don't worry. Everything will work out.
I know we probably talked about it earlier, but I had to step away to help my kid with something. I want to give Corey his flowers, though, because when he did come up with the way he was going to bring up the 911 misdemeanor, all of that, genius. Like, that was the best way to do that. And you guys might have covered this already. I just had to say, for me, that was absolutely like the perfect way to go about getting that accomplished
in 4 seconds.
No one's going to guess any other way that was something to do.
Yeah. No, 4 seconds and he completed an agenda. That is a record.
What we were talking about, I want to say in our last batch of episodes, what we've learned is like the best way to do these secret agendas, these secret missions or whatever else, is when you're in a position of power. That is the only time where people are hearing, understanding, and believing everything you say. So whether it's Hill on the walkie-talkie or the satellite cell phone thing, or he comes right up from getting that clue or whatever else, that's the time when you can actually try and do that and it's not weird. Maybe screaming in the middle of just like, oh, recreational afternoon, not a good time for that person.
Yeah.
As much as that worked right there and we feel like it worked, episode 7, when everyone is re-talking over dinner, what was that second agenda? When could it have happened? Probably in this time frame. And what was the only thing odd was Corey throwing out the clue.
I mean, maybe, but I think that once Corey comes back and tells them what happens in there, they're so trying to figure out what he's saying. It doesn't strike them that it might be incorrect. And it wasn't incorrect.
No.
It was slightly...
He's safe there.
Yeah.
I just feel like post dinner, it is revealed there was a second agenda by a second person. And if someone's like, hey, wait a second, guys, quick chat. When do you think this took place? And if you're near, it's just like, well, right here is probably our only window. And it's Corey.
I forget. Did they mention that it wasn't the person with the money that had the agenda?
I think so. I think they said there was a second agenda by a second person. Not positive, but I do know that they said there was a second agenda that moves the money.
Yeah, I couldn't remember. I mean, then you have to put all the sus on Corey at that point, right? Because
I don't think there's anyone else.
No one else that had. I mean, unless you're thinking it happened at that challenge with like Sydney getting up to throw up or Chris lifting the plate. Other than that, when else would there be a time for someone to do that?
If we're not narrowing down a time, and if I'm there, I'm throwing out the it's sooner than later. But if we can open up the day that if I'm Corey, I'm like, well, I think it was obvious. Like what we saw is the other agenda being accomplished with, with getting disqualified. That's the second agenda. You throw that shit on Chris and that shit's out the door.
Yes. And as much as you think that everyone should think it's Corey, we go sit around the fireplace like 5 seconds later. And your friend Kyle says, Sam, I don't think you're the millionaire, but I think you got the second agenda. So if you want my honest answer, it's very easy to screw up, apparently, because they screwed up almost immediately.
Yeah. So, well, I'm excited. This is this could be a photo finish here. I like who's left. As I said, I think possibly the most likable guy in the house we're rooting for the least. And then the people that maybe didn't start as our favorites have earned our favorite spots. So I'm still okay. Like, I'd like a little more airtime for Cara if she does win. What we have seen has been great. It's rootable. It's not a lot. So, but we are being shown that she's got the right reads and she's on the right side of the vote, but we're not seeing her involved in the conversations that orchestrate that. So, and maybe that laid back approach is what could potentially win it for her versus the alphas that are kind of dictating the pace of the show. But yeah, no, I'm 4 through 6 accomplished exactly what we were hoping for after 1 through 3.
And as far as Cara, I think that's the perfect way to play this game too, is don't be on anyone's radar. Don't be someone that's going to be vocal, because that's fine if the show's not going to give you the screen time, if it means you're going to win $1 million, because when you're not on anyone's radar, guess what? As soon as the next time it changes, the money changes to someone else, it's still going to be on, the heat's going to be on those people that were loud and vocal and in your face. So it's fine to be a shadow in the background. I want to go through with you guys who, I know we talked about it a little bit. Do you have a winner pick as far as going into this last batch of episodes? Like we talked about Cara. That's who I've said from the beginning. Is there anyone else that you guys think could win?
I think Sydney is number 2 or possibly 1B as potential winner. I think she's getting a great edit. So, as far as Cara's getting the likable but not showing a lot edit.
Yeah.
Sydney's getting I'm getting the best edit and I win edit.
Who do I want to win or who do I think is going to win? I'm actually going to give you both of those answers. Who do I want to win? Probably Sam. Who do I believe is going to win? Probably Cara. That's my view. Just like in, again, using our encyclopedia of reality TV knowledge and the edit, you want to have like an arc and a plot and somewhere to go. And I feel like Sam, this batch of episodes was hers. And I feel like now we don't have a lot left before they're like, well, she's on the radar, so she's out next.
Yeah, see, I think Sam is my number 2. I think Sam is getting the edit. She's getting all of the action from episode 1 to her, sitting out and being away from everyone to now. And she had the read at the beginning too. Like if there's anyone who's getting the actual edit from the show that has a real potential to win, it would be Sam. But who do I think is playing that underdog, can come out of nowhere and surprise you, is Cara.
I think Sam's just made too many mistakes, and there's a recency bias going, with Sam being mentioned post Bruce Chris dinner. I just think a lot of heat on Sam, whereas Sid had that heat and it's gone. And she got rid of the fucking baggage with the little shirt.
Agree. But we can all agree that we don't think the winner is going to be one of the guys.
I don't know. I don't think it's Kyle. I don't think it's Corey. And I don't think it's Jamie. So I think this is a 3-person race.
I think that the guys aren't giving us good game vibes, where even though Cara is playing a low-key game, she's at least had really good reads and is showing why she's smart at this game. The guys aren't really giving us that at all.
No, they're we got real bad reads. So with that, Bobby Goodsby, you can find him at Goodsby Bobby because he fixed his Instagram just like Sydney fixed hers. So check her out too. Phillip Solomon, he's at P Solomon 12. That's SOLOMON. And I'm at Jonny Fairplay because I'm the only one that did this shit right. It's my fucking name. No H in Johnny. And check out links. The link to everything for me personally is johnnyfairplay.com. No H in Johnny. Links to everything concerning the show, realityaftershow.com. That's right. It's a brand new website. It's beautiful. It's amazing. realityaftershow.com. If you're listening, whether it be Spotify, Amazon Music, Apple Podcast, or Spreaker, any of those, click the subscribe button, click the like button, click the share button. If you're watching, because a lot of people watch podcasts, this is youtube.com/aftershow. Click that subscribe button, click the like button, click the comment button, the best way to control the algorithm. Sydney loves leaving comments, so you can too. Sure. Be like Sydney. She's hot. So with that, until next time, we'll be back talking episodes 7 and 8. Is that where we're down to?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. We can. The crazy thing is we could get those early, but you need your Netflix login email, and I think we're all using our second cousin's Netflix account.
Yeah,
so
it's not mine. It's not mine.
We have no idea what our Netflix email is. So actually, I think that's one of the few I actually pay for. So no, I do know that one. It's and here's the crazy thing: the only subscription service out there that I do not have, Paramount Plus.
Really?
Okay.
Yeah. What do I need it for? I'm good.
I guess.
I'm literally featured on a minimum of 42 television episomes, and I do not have that streaming platform.
You don't need it. You don't need it. It's fine.
Yeah. And Philip, I will be seeing you, or I'm going to see you for the next 2, but after that, we'll be at the Ron Clark Academy watching next week's Survivor viewing party. If you happen to be flying American Airlines, they are showing Survivor Pearl Islands on American Air this month.
Really? Okay, sweet.
Of the 48 seasons available thus far, they chose the best, number 7, Survivor Pearl Islands is on American Airlines.
Before we sign off, any updates on friends that are on Hifty?
No, it kind of went quiet last week.
All right, sweet, cool.
Yeah, so I think it's some phone calls. There's some people scared to death because of all the public cry the week before. So they're just like, yeah, let me kind of lock this in. So I did get some confirmation of some people that aren't on that, I'll keep close to the vest. So two people that I would out of the rumored cast out there that I really would have liked to have seen, they're not there. And that is just like, if you're going to do this. But I feel there's another spot for them in another format. And so I think it'll work out there. But yeah, off the air. So with that, goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.